Welcome, YouTube, Twitch, and anyone else that's watching this on any other media. I have no clue where it would be, but if you're seeing this somewhere else, you're welcome too. My name's Pleated Pants. I'm the commissioner of the Bespoke Football League, and this is Bespoke League Primetime. It is a weekly segment that we do to show off the play of the Bespoke Football League. This is broken down into 3 parts: announcements, power rankings, and a top 10. So if you don't know anything about the Bespoke Football League, we run 5 different Madden connected franchises on all the main platforms: PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. We have a maximum of 16 teams that we allow in each of the leagues to spread out having to play a user game all the time. It also allows some of our newer players to get a little bit more familiar with the game, because it's not fun losing and losing and losing to users and never feel like you're getting any better. Let's jump in. Announcements. It's a light announcement day. It's a nice busy. Xbox Series S and Xbox Series X are synonymous. They basically are the same platform. One's just made to run 4K. One's made to run 1440. So if you have an S, you can play in the X. It's just that Microsoft's weird naming conventions makes it really hard. So just as a matter of practice, I call it Xbox Series X. So, announcements. Keeps the clips coming. This was really good this week. We got a lot of clips. It was fun watching them, and you'll see why here in a little bit. Number 2, we're seeing some weird stuff with fatigue on last gen. It actually might be a bug, but Justin's been kind of looking into it, and I've been looking into it a little bit, and we're kind of on we're on lookout to see if there's something going on with the fatigue settings in last gen. Let's get right into the power rankings. First of all, we always start off with the daddy leagues. Every one of these every one of these leagues has a website that we use the service from Daddy Leagues. Daddy Leagues does their number crunching when we advance to next week's, and they give their power rankings. This is them. Consider this the computer rankings. Steak or Legs continues. He's not 7-1. I think I thought I got all of those fixed. I was so proud of myself. Steak or Legs is number 1. Big Country number 2 with the Jags. Turkey number 3. Pleated number 4. Those are the only 4 undefeated or 1-loss teams. Everyone else has now more than 1 loss. So exactly what we thought was going to happen has happened this second year, with more of us playing each other because we're all high in the rankings. It's becoming kind of a bloodbath. Maybe a bloodbath. Then we have the 2-loss teams. Sammy, who had a tough defeat against me to get his second. We have our kid, we have Kane, and we have Clutch. I love seeing Kane up there. Kane's playing some good ball right now, and I'm very happy that the Daddy League's rankings has him up there also. Now, we also do a coaches poll. This is conducted through Discord every single week. We have the owners of the teams submit their rankings on who they think are the best teams in the league. And in this case, I, for some reason, edged out Steak or Legs. We have a big week 16 matchup, I think, maybe 17 matchup. So if those if it stays us 1 and 2, we're going to have a big battle at the end of the season. Turkey's number 3. Turkey has some good victories. He's the 1 loss to Steak or Legs. Big Country's also tied with Turkey at 9-1. And then we have the same collection, well, a little bit different collection of people in the coaches poll. Justin Rose gets in there at number 7 rather than Kane, but then Sammy, Clutch, and our kid are in the second spot. Now, I play our kid, and he's been talking a big freaking game, folks. So we're playing next week, and we'll see if if he can write the check and cash it too. That'll be a big game next week. Let's move on to the PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 is also seeing some shakeups, specifically some shakeups today, in which I watched Markykins beat Cody Valls. And even though that we updated all of the stuff in the Daddy Leagues, it crunched and it considered the stats. Cody, even though he lost, remained number one in the Daddy League's rankings. Expert still undefeated in the entirety of the Bespoke League, is sitting there at 7-0, and Markykins is also undefeated, along with Zombie. Now, the one-loss teams, we have Justin Mize and TFR, and Pleaded, me, rounds out as the two-loss team. TFR and I play this week, but he's had some illness in the family, so we're just going to simulate our game. I was looking forward to trying to get a rematch. I beat him last year, and then he whooped my butt in the playoffs, so I was kind of looking forward to a little bit of a revenge game. But maybe we'll see each other in the Super Bowl. We're just going to simulate that particular game. Now, the power rankings. Power rankings happened before the Markykins victory. So you can expect probably some movement now, because I'll just tell you that I know Cody's a really, really, really good player. Mark, totally, he played a really good game. Like, Cody couldn't do anything. Mark had the answer for everything. So, Markykins, Expert, Zombie, still our undefeateds. Zombie played a really, really, really tough match, I think, this week against T7 Man, one of our new members. And we still haven't seen much about Zombie. I think that's why Zombie's hiding there in the tied for fourth. And, you know, Pleated Pants, that votes came in before I lost to the computer last night. So, you know, I shouldn't even be in the top 8 next week. Now we go to the PlayStation 5. We got Cody Valls number 1 there. We got Killbride number 2, Nick Z, Ace, and Mike rounding out the top 5. Look at the disrespect that Breezes gets by Daddy Leagues. He's the only undefeated team, and he's still only 6th in the power rankings. Isn't that wild? So there's a lot of teams at 4 wins here. So you know what? As we get a little bit farther into this second season, we're going to see some people, you know, move up and down, and it's going to make a little bit more sense. Right now, you know, we haven't really all fought each other yet. Well, Justin, they also disrespected your one-loss team in the coaches poll also. I don't know why that says Daddy League's ranking up there. But yeah, Markykins, like, this is what it says. Ace number 1, but we just had a big game there. Killbride and Cody Valls tied for 2. Breezes number 4, still disrespected here too. Mike, J-Tar, Nick Z, and Pleaded. We've had some pretty good voting in these leagues too. So, like, well, next man up, our kid. the bumping glitch, you know, you gotta be able to run with your backup. So, you know, like, we'll see. These will all shake out over the next coming weeks. You know, we've only played 5 games each. Now let's move to the Xbox Series X. Daddy Leagues rankings. Kitch number 1. Double J Train number 2. Banks number 3. Ghost number 4. Still have 4 undefeated teams in the Xbox Series X. Kilbride, Talent, Pleated, and Mike are a cohort of 4-win teams, 1-loss teams that fill out Daddy League's remainder of the poll. Coaches poll. Double J Train stays number 1. Kitch number 2. Talent is number 3. People are giving him the benefit of the doubt. His 1 loss is against Kitch. Ghost for Buster number 4. Pleated number 5. Mike number 6, right where I like my rival being right there next to me in the rankings. Banks number 7, and El Kabong sneaks in there with a 3-2 record and tied with Banks. The one thing that I can tell you, Banks, is that our team wants to see you play. And so until they get a good idea of what you're bringing to the gridiron, like, they're going to probably, they did that with Ace for a while until they got to know Ace. And then finally, last but not least, we have our PC. PC's the slowest of the league so far. We didn't do the Monday advance at the time of stream starting, so this is going to look a little bit different. Dunwin in at number 1, Sodi number 2, Kilbride number 3, Mento number 4, and then we got Lextron. Our kid Zach pops in there for the first time in a while. And I think Justin Rose's win-loss is wrong. I believe he's 2-1. 2-2? Oh yeah, look, I got it right over here. I just didn't transpire. And here's what the coaches poll has to say. Kilbride is number 1. Lextron number 2, even though he has a loss. Dunwin is impressive. He took Pleated Pants' Jaguars down yesterday. Our kid number 4, Level Mento and Pleated tied with number 5, Justin at number 7, and Sodi wrapping up in number 8. So that is all 4 of the power rankings. Remember, we do those through Discord. Please vote. PC had sparse participation this week. Everyone else had really good participation. Hey, Lenny, you're on my radar. You're on my radar. You're up and coming. You're winning the games that you need to win. You're giving the users a good fight, and so Lenny Fish might be cracking the top 8 pretty soon here, folks. Now, it's time for the top 10. This is tailor-made. All right, let's do this. I'm going to turn off this music. I'm going to remove my face and let this play. Hey YouTube, it's Monday. You know what that means. Another edition of Pleated Pants' tailor-made Top 10 Football Edition, where we take a look at the best plays that happened throughout the Bespoke Football League, a connected franchise community that I run. If you want to know more about the Bespoke Football League, take a look down below in the description. We have a link to the Twitch where we stream games. We have links to the Discord where we do most of our communication, and you'll find a rulebook to see if this is something that you would like to be a part of. Well, let's stop talking. We're not here to listen to me. We want to see the best plays of the week. Enjoy. Randall Cobb might not be the best receiver in the league anymore, but you still have to guard him.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Open man, here is Cobb. And it's a Packers touchdown. Under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way down.
Waddle has such impressive speed that even a little drag can turn into a touchdown.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Those Xbox clips have been laggy. I still don't know how he's able to play this way, but he is right. When you break one, it looks really nice. To most people, this will look like a pretty routine post play, but that's Daniel Jones rolling out and throwing a deep ball. Anyone who's played this game know that that's near impossible. To me, the click-on interception is the most satisfying defensive play in the game.
Come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5
so let's show a second one.
Brady gonna throw deep for the end zone.
Oh yeah, Davis. Perfect timing user pick. That's a pleated pants. That's woo.
And that's exactly what you
Lenny Fish shows us that you don't always have to run meta formations to make big plays.
Finding room to the 20. And all the way. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them.
Nick Z's here to prove that you can run this play, and it does work in Madden.
Easton stick touchdown.
I don't know what's more ridiculous, this play or Aaron Donald's shoulder pads.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
And that concludes another edition of Bespoke League Primetime. If you like this content, hit the subscribe button, hit the little up button, do all the social media things that are down in the description, and we appreciate you. And we'll see you next week for another edition of Bespoke League Primetime.